Jimmy was our captain. What an amazing captain. He could spot a fish and he'd get us on him. It was crazy. And he'd be like, got a fish right long, and you're looking out there like there ain't nothing there. The next thing you knew, yeah, it was there. Military, fire, and police. Hardest thing would be we see so many traumatic events, hundreds, if not in the thousands in your career, where a normal person, they see one or two in their lifetime.
Justin, having the opportunity to be on your boat, was it better to catch a fish or was it better to leader a fish for you? Because I remember having to fight you for the leader every time.
Tonight's gonna be a good night. Welcome back to the Rods and Radios podcast, Beneath the Surface, where we dive deep in with first responders to learn about the struggles that they deal with and talk about the Bravest First Finest fishing tournament. I am your host, Chris Thompson. Just call me Tomp, and I got my man, Big Tuna. He is the man with the plan and the brains behind the operation. Our special guest today is Mr. Justin Cook. Justin, how you doing, bud?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Zach, give us a little insight on, give us the 30-second reel on what Bravest versus Finest is.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Bravest versus Finest is a fishing tournament to bring awareness to first responder mental health and to create funds and opportunities for therapy, experiences internationally to allow first responders to kind of offload some of that stress and provide a world-class experience to our first responders worldwide.
That's it in a nutshell. I love it. So Justin, if you would tell us about yourself and kind of where you're from, what you do, and what you like to do for fun.
I was born and raised in Colorado, up in the mountains. Actually was Zach's neighbor for 3 years. He's the one that kind of got me into the deep blue. I grew up ice fishing, little creek fishing. Little itty bitty rainbow trout, little things. And when we sold our house in 2022, Zach asked me if I wanted to go to Hawaii. He talked me into it. Actually ended up going out fishing twice with him out there. Going to Guatemala, what a difference. Hawaii, all day on the water, and we caught one big fish. That's it. But then we got into the mahi, but Guatemala, what a difference. That place is unbelievable. Service history, and when I graduated in 2001, I showed up to boot camp September 9th at midnight, or September 10th at midnight. 9/11 happened the next day. Ended up spending 7 months in Iraq for Operation Iraqi Freedom in 2003. After military, I was on volunteer fire for 3 years. I was a deputy for 3 years, and now I work at a police department. I'm the community service officer. It's nice because I get to spend time with my wife and kids instead of working night shifts. So everyone gives me a hard time about being a community service officer, but I do it for the kids.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, man. I think we're all guilty of wanting to spend more time at home.
Yes, I know I am. So Justin, just want to recap. So when you fell and hit your head and you went from fire to police, are you still okay? I just want to, just check on you.
Yeah, fire, it was volunteer. We had 31 guys on the department, and we averaged, I want to say it was like 260 calls a year. And being full-time volunteer, it was hard. The wife got mad at me because I was one of those guys, you volunteer, I went to every call. Yeah. And we had some older guys that would pick and choose, and they're like, oh, it's just a college, I'm not going. But I went to every single call. But if it was paid department, I may have stuck with it.
I'm just giving you a hard time, brother.
Fair point. But Justin, what do you find hard about the job? I know you've kind of traversed through multiple different ones, but kind of where you're at now, what would you say is probably the hardest part of that?
Well, all three of them, military, fire, and police. Hardest thing would be we see so many traumatic events, hundreds, if not in the thousands in your career, where a normal person, they see one or two in their lifetime. So, I mean, that's just a lot of stress. You carry it with you throughout your whole life. So it's nice to be able to decompress and go on these fishing tournaments and get your mind off of it.
Oh, for sure. Now, I know you said you used to be neighbors with Zach, but what made you decide to participate in last year's tournament?
Uh, Mostly Zach telling me all about it.
I'm
He's like, it
sure
ain't
I'm
gonna
sure he
be.
had some pictures and videos as well.
Oh yeah, he said it ain't gonna be like Hawaii. It's gonna be a lot better. And then I got to looking at it. I looked up Pacific Fins. I looked up Guatemala, just the canyon that runs through in the water there and the habitat that they live in. I was like, oh, this is gonna be fun. And I mean, you're catching 20 fish in a day. It's amazing.
So, Justin, what does mental health mean to you as a first responder?
Uh, with everyday stress, you got to stay grounded in who you are and still function in your work, your relationship, your daily life. So mental health is huge. You really got to, like changing the oil in your car. You got to do it. If you don't, that engine's going to quit turning one day. So you got to take care of yourself. It's huge.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What so what did you experience in the tournament? Kind of give us the because it was we fished for what 3 days?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it
kind of
was
give me a little play by play on what you experienced in the tournament with your your boat crew, your captain, the mates, just kind of everybody all in.
as far as on the boat. Uh, Jimmy was our captain. What an amazing captain! He could spot a fish and he'd get us on him. It was crazy. And he'd be like, got a fish right long, and you're looking out there like there ain't nothing there. The next thing you knew, yeah, it was there. He knew what he knew what he was seeing.
Yeah.
Just they knew their job. Him, the deckhands, they knew how to do their job. They're right on top of it. Kept us going. As soon as we got one released, they got us on some more immediately, as quick as they could. As far as like at the resort, man, your family. They know you by name. Franklin, bartenders like, hey Justin, Joel,
Yep.
they're all calling you by your name. Your family down there. They really take care of you. They know what you want. It's there waiting for you when you get back from the boat. And then as far as all the other guys you're fishing with, it's just the brotherhood and the family. It's just there's nothing that compares to it.
Awesome. Hey, Justin, can you explain kind of some of the experiences at the lodge with other first responders from all over the country? How everyone came together, and yeah, just give us a brief description on that.
Uh, we know what we do for work, so you didn't have to sit there and talk about work. So it was great just to sit down and have a friend. Uh, Conversations can get deep, which was great. It was nice to have that relaxing moment and just sit down and chat with people that they they get you. They know what you do, so they know what you see. It was just great to have that calm and sit down, relax, totally let everything go. Don't have to worry about nothing. Working in the law enforcement industry, you're not watching over your back like you are at home. At home, even when you go to the restaurant, you're constantly watching over your shoulder because you don't know. And down there, you can just completely relax. You don't have to have that guard up like that. And it was super calm and sit down and just chat.
Awesome. Justin, what was your favorite part of the tournament?
Uh, just the out of the world fishing experience. I mean, I've only gone to Hawaii and I've gone to Guatemala, and I can't see any other place compared to the Guatemala. Just the family, the fishing. I don't know of anywhere else that I could go catch 20 fish in a day like that. We're not talking these little rainbows. We're talking 20 sailfish. And just Oh man, it's amazing when you hook one and you reel that thing in. And when you get 3, 4 on at the same time and you're doing what I call the dance, going over top of somebody, under somebody, so your lines don't get crossed. It never failed. We get 3 on, and my fish is the one that goes the opposite way. Everybody else, this boat starts backing up to these guys, and my reel's just going out. And I looked at Jimmy, and he's like, "You're good." My line changes colors. He's like, "No, you're good." And I'm like, "I'm about out of line." He's like, "No, you're good." Yeah, but I'm the one that has to reel this thing in when you turn and go, and it's full on, go as quick as you can, just reeling that thing in, and it's just unbelievable. I don't know, nothing's better than being out there on the water.
So
And I
Justin,
agree with
having the
that.
opportunity to be on your boat,
Yeah,
was it better to catch a fish or was it better to leader a fish for you? Because I remember having to fight you for the leader every time.
I got a little carried away there. That was fun pulling in the leader and cutting the hook. That's fun. And we got some amazing pictures, thanks to GoPro on that. We got some really awesome pictures of fish jumping right at the edge of the boat. That was awesome.
You guys had the that 360 camera too, didn't you?
No, we did not. It was
No.
this
Okay.
the 11.
Okay. I thought somebody had one, but yeah, no, it's and just the angles that they can get because they'll stick that thing on a 15-foot pole and sit there and hold it all out and it's like
Yep.
that's awesome. And how they can hold it still too. I'm like I don't get that, but they've certainly mastered it. That's for sure.
Yeah. Our deckhand he had the picture taken down. He was great.
It actually won a GoPro award. One of our pictures did. So
Really?
that
Dude,
was,
that's amazing.
yeah.
Is that the one that's basically you kind of get the tail with the fish straight up right on the back of the boat?
Yep, just cresting over. And actually, everyone asked me if we were in the water. That's how good of a shot it was.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, Justin, how does a tournament like this heal a first responder?
Just like I've said, and I'll say again, the calming effects of nature, therapeutic rhythm of out there on the water, fishing, reeling, the strong peer support. It's just, I don't know. I don't know how you can heal better than that.
And
Well,
it's
in our careers, people don't want to go talk to a counselor. They don't want that. They don't want people to look down on them because you went and talked to a counselor. And I don't know. The water is my counselor. You can't get better than that.
it's just something about being on a boat with the hum of those diesels, just kind of chugging along with a little bit of the waves. Like I don't use a sound machine, but if I did, that would be what I would want. Just make it sound like I'm on a boat with a little bit of water in the background. Good.
When you have the fish on and they start backing up and that wave hits the back of the boat and you get a mouthful of water and you feel like you're going to drown for a second. Yeah, that's just amazing.
Awesome. Justin, what will you take away from this experience when you go back to work?
Just share with people and let them know what happened, how nice it was, see if they want to go. Actually, think one of our guys that I only worked with for about a year, he retired and he's going this next year. So
Mm-hmm.
just the little bit I talked to him prior, I found out that he is inefficient. He moved back home to Florida after he retired. And I was like, "Hey man, you want to go on this tournament?" It was amazing. And so he talked to me for a little while about it all. And then he's like, "I think I'm in." And as far as I know, he's paid up and he's going.
Yep.
So just the biggest thing is share it with other people.
Absolutely.
So, Justin, why should somebody support or get involved with the tournament, whether it be from the angler side or the sponsor side?
Uh, if people support it, it just gives the people who run towards crisis every day in and out, gives them a rare chance to slow down and heal. Just gives you that break. Like I said, you're not looking over your shoulder. And when you're at home, it's hard to let that guard down. You can't even go to the gas station to get fuel. You got to watch your back because you never know what's going to happen. So Just gives you that rare chance to just totally let it go and heal. The only other thing about sponsorships is or donations, it helps cover the cost, which removes the barriers so any first responder can participate. Because it's not an outrageous amount of money, but if they help donate and sponsor, it's just that much easier for any first responder to go. And that's what we need is I want everyone to have this awesomeness, this great family fun time out on the ocean. I mean, not everybody can afford that, but it would be nice to have that available to any first responder that wants to go.
Absolutely, and that's why sponsorships are key. Huge shout out to all our sponsors that helped us with shirts, to cigars, to rum tasting, to Turtle Box. We had music on the boat. Just great sponsors all around, and Yeti for the cups and the prize winnings, and King Sailfish for the great trophies that were provided at the end, and then Coolie Bar for those amazing shirts, our red and blues that we got to rock and helped us stay out of the sun. So huge shout out to them and thank you. Chris, did we want to redo the beginning? You called him Justin Cook. It's Commander Cock.
Just like a rooster.
That's what I get for trying to multitask.
See, I was in the Navy. If I would have kept advancing, I would have been Chief Cock. But then when you get to senior chief, they drop the chief and they just call you senior. So I would have been Senior Cock, and then I would have been Master Cock.
That is going to do it for us this episode of Beneath the Service with Justin Cock and my man, Big Tuna, Mr. Zach. Thank you all for tuning in. If you want to learn more or find out more, Zach's information will be down in the comment section below in the description. And thanks for tuning in. Big thanks to all the sponsors, and big thanks to Zach for letting me be his friend and be a part of all of this.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you all.